elected at Giuliani.
Mm-hmm.
Then he had Dinkins.
Koch.
Then he had Koch. Yeah. Then he had Abraham Beam.
Oh, no.
Then he had John Lindsay. Then he had Robert F. Wagner Jr. By the way, everything I said to you except for Giuliani has been the left. Okay? Yeah. Everything except for Giuliani. And prior to that, it was LaGuardia, which was 12 years Republican, right? Policies. It's Trump actually is thinking that he could win New York. Very weird to think about that.
I don't think it's...
Well, how do we liquidate the debt?
The market will liquidate it. And the way the market liquidates it is what they'll demand is like the person that wants $50 hourly wages.
Yes.
You print money. And every time you print money, the value of the dollar goes down. So the value of the debt goes down. You just a theoretical thing. If you double the money supply and prices go up 50%, it doesn't work that way. But if you do that, the real debt goes down. So it's a theft. It's a tax. It's evil.
So you inflate your way out of it.
And also coming up in New York in a time where it was like way more dangerous. So now when I see it and it's a fucking Apple store, I'm like, what are these people complaining about? Like when I was younger, like one winter, me and every one of my friends got robbed for our North Face. We all had North Face jackets and every one of us got robbed. So that was just like a rite of passage. So I'm hearing about people getting robbed now, and I'm like, oh, did you get robbed? Oh, did they take something for you? Welcome to the fucking club. Like, it was when we were our middle school. We're 12 years old.
We've had Rudy Giuliani on the podcast. Yeah. Obviously, he cleaned up the city in the 90s.
Yeah.
And then there was Bloomberg. He overwhelmingly, I think, had a good approval rating. But then after de Blasio, the city collectively has just gone to shit. Perception is reality a lot of times. You might say otherwise different. Now, Eric Adams, former police,
in my bubble,
trying to clean it up. Yeah,
I literally could be in my bubble. Like I work 10-minute walk from my place. I get coffee, 3 minutes. Like I'm in this little section of New York that maybe just isn't as affected. New York, we're like, this is the greatest city in the world, right? I felt that before I ever left New York. So how the fuck would I know, right? The thing about New York is it's surrounded by objectively shitty places. So when you do leave, you're like, yeah, it must be the best. Oh my God, Connecticut? Do you know what I mean? Like, the fuck is in Connecticut, right? You go across the bridge and you're in fucking Hoboken. You're like, yeah, thank God I'm not in Hoboken, right? Everything around it kind of sucks. Yeah. So it reinforces this idea like, this is the greatest ever. And it is the greatest ever. Don't get me wrong. But a lot of New Yorkers would never even consider, and there is an arrogance, this like coastal elitism. You never even consider moving to a Utah.
No, but the ideas make all the difference in the world. I mean, I look at the need for the ideas on how our country came about. You know, Thomas Jefferson and others that knew exactly what they were talking about. But we don't have many Thomas Jeffersons around anymore. So, but there's more people. There are influence there, but there are more. But the underground, you know, the silent majority, the remnant. You know, I believe in the remnant both in a philosophic and a religious sense.